Welcome to the 9642 podcast. This is your host, Mr. Number 9.
And this is The Fool.
This is where me and The Fool give our
Unqualified and unrequested.
ramblings on the various issues in the world of sport.
Or something like that.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another World Cup edition of 9642. It's quarterfinals time. Can anybody beat France?
At the moment, no.
The most impressive team of the tournament so far.
Yeah.
As at our time of recording, like today so far, we've only had the French quarterfinal against Morocco.
Yeah.
Morocco looked like a pretty decent team, like well organized, well coached, and the team actually seemed to play properly as a team, like they had a plan. And France absolutely. They did not look like they were going to lose that game at any point.
No, they didn't. Yeah, they really looked like it was all the way through. So and all their games, that's been France, right? You don't feel like they're going to lose, so they're looking very scary.
They are looking extremely scary. So Kylian Mbappe, what a legend! 19 games at the World Cup, 19 goals. What more can you ask for?
Exactly. Crazy.
A modern day World Cup great.
Yeah, I mean he is, right. He's
the only player around who you can say is a World Cup great, because Messi had to have the redemption arc because he failed at 2010. He was really bad. Didn't make the team in 2006 because the Argentinian coach was crazy.
Yeah. And
2014 they made the finals but lost, and then 2018 again disappointing, beaten by Mbappe in that game.
Yeah. He had the very long trek, right, to get to the redemption arc, whilst Mbappe's just always looked good and just saying like crazy amount of goals. Just imagine how many goals he's going to score in his entire World Cup career. It's just...
Yeah, I mean, he scored he won the World Cup at 19. That's a Pele-esque record, right?
Exactly.
And he's only he was 19 about 8 years ago. So he's 27 now, 26 now, I think. Yeah.
27, I think.
So,
whatever it is.
So it's crazy that he's already got so many goals. Like we were talking about this during our qualifying rounds. Obviously, Erling Haaland is a machine, a force of nature that just generates goals. And we were like rightfully praising Haaland because he scored like 16 goals in 8 games, because that's ridiculous in qualifying. And the thing is, like, Mbappe scored 8 goals in 8 games in qualifying, and we were like saying, like, that's still amazing.
That's still amazing, yes.
But, like, I know it's not actually correct, and people, we joke about it, but, but Erling Haaland at the World Cup, it almost feels like every game he sits in the corners meditating, brushing his teeth, trying out t-shirts, like you guys have it sorted out, we're chilling, and then like, all right, let's go, score a goal, score another, all right, are we done? We're done, right?
Time to go row a boat.
Yep, pretty much. He's now like the drummer of that rowboat chat, so he's living his best life.
It is amazing.
The team are actually fun to watch. As much as awesome as Haaland has been, I must say, for Norway, my MVP has to be their goalkeeper. Especially in the game against Brazil, where I think he basically saved that game for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Nyland, Leo, and the crazy thing about it is that obviously he's made some amazing saves. The goal he conceded against Brazil was a penalty against Neymar.
Yeah.
And Neymar, Brazil really needed you to step up. I know you scored the penalty, but you spent 5 minutes arguing with Nyland after scoring, and then spent like 2 minutes celebrating your penalty goal. You know, like there was a possibility Brazil may have been able to score another goal at that point, right? Still, they hadn't lost that game. There was still a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, or so there's only 2 more. Well, a reasonable amount of time to score a goal is 2 more minutes. So that's where you want to get things moving on, right? So you've got scored the
you
goal,
go
you've got 2
quickly,
minutes.
score the goal, run way to the middle. You know, like you show hustle. Everybody, like you push up the morale.
Yeah, and that way, you're showing that you're ready, and the ref, might look disfavorably on. You might get lucky and get a free kick or something for time wasting from the others, like slowly making their way back to halfway.
Yeah, exactly.
Like hustle on and like, we're trying to play the game. Come on, ref.
Yeah, and I think other than not taking the penalty, which was ridiculous, Vinicius Jr. actually played pretty good in that game. Like some incredible shots.
Oh yeah, like he should have scored.
yeah. But like, those are the ones where the goalkeeper has literally made a ridiculous save. What can you do?
Exactly. Like that was it. But I mean Brazil missed a penalty in that game too. So, like, they only have themselves to blame.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Bruno Guimaraes missing that penalty. It should have been Vinny or Cunha or Ryan taking that.
I don't know why he was taking it.
And we had the classic Premier League rivalry. Martinelli facing up against Odegaard. Against Haaland, and Haaland bullied him.
Yeah,
I'm sure he farted around for like 80 odd minutes, but the moment he saw there was an opportunity, he like sped up, and there was no like urgency from Martinelli.
No. Like he just forgot what Haaland does, right? Which is be a world-class striker, and you need to keep your eyes on him at all times. Then he just like, he's over there somewhere. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's like, what are you doing, Martinelli? Like, track your guy. Like, and it's Haaland. You need to track your guy by like standing on his toes the entire time, so you know where he is.
Yeah, and like he got the jump exactly right, and he timed it exactly right. And that second goal was like a thing of beauty, right? He nutmegged Danilo into the.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's like Haaland masterclass, right?
Yeah. Like this typical Haaland game, but Norway as a team, I think they still defended pretty well. Like they're not fully a low block team. They were still pressing the defense, and like we joke about Haaland, but he did actually do a bunch of good assists that were saved by Alisson Becker.
Yeah. I know he had an amazing game, right? You're right. Yeah. It was a very Haaland game where he sort of is just around doing things, and then suddenly just like, oh yeah, I'll score an amazing goal and another amazing goal because I'm that good.
Because like the difference between him and Mbappe is like, and I love both, right? They're both great players, and they're both fun to watch in their own way. And like Mbappe, like you could tell he's doing stuff in the game. Yeah. He might not be pressing and tracking back, but he does that for France. But he might not do that for his club team. But even then, he's like, he's ready. He's like in position, running around in position, getting ready to run a channel so that he can get the ball. Yeah. Or if he's leading the line, he's dropping back to draw defenders away for the wingers to get into the space. It's like, it's very easy to see why Mbappe is one of the best players in the world. Like my dad and mom already know who Mbappe is, right? Like that's how good he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they watch football games once every 4 years. My mom's like already loves Mbappe. Like, oh yeah, this guy's the best. Like he's so good, and they already know him. And then my dad watched that Norway game against Brazil, and like Brazil's his team, and he was just like, no, Haaland is just too good. He just needs one chance and he'll score. And I'm like, yep, that's what he told you. He's like, I didn't even notice who he was. I was just like, why is this guy Yara's favorite player?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? You think you have him, and it's like, okay, it's harder. We just have to mark him. People keep an eye on him, mark him. Yeah, yep. And you spend all game, 80 minutes, yep. And then suddenly you blink and you look up and you're like, wait, how did he get over there? Why is he scoring? Like, how did this happen? Why? I was marking him. How did this happen? Just, as you say, only needs that one moment, right? He's thereabouts the whole game, just waiting for that chance, and then he will convert it. If that's how it's going to go, he'll be there, he'll score, and it's like investment put in the bank, savings interest, right? You know that Haaland's going to have a chance, and he most likely will score that. Like, that's just who he is, especially say for Norway during this entire campaign. It's just been like, nope, I'm scoring a goal. There we go, maybe two. Let's see how I feel.
Like, both of those, like, the first goal is obvious mistake by the Brazilian defense, and the second goal also a mistake by the Brazilian defense, because there's only two guys and neither of them are trying to push him away for space.
Yeah.
And as soon as Haaland has that shot, you're just like, yeah, Alisson has no chance.
No, exactly.
Like, you've given him a genuine chance, you fools. What have you done?
Yeah, exactly. Like, especially this World Cup, it's like, yep, you've just given him a goal. Like, you've just asked, please, Mr. Haaland, have a goal.
Yep. And they will be up again. And, like, so that was, like, obviously a great game to watch. And then in that same day, I believe, we had the England-Mexico game.
Yes.
How good was that?
That was such an amazing
Legitimately,
game.
just how good is that? Like, that's a World Cup game.
That was a World Cup game. That was just amazing. Just watched it at work and just everybody stopped. I mean, everybody stopped in the morning because our work's like half Brazilians. So, it was, everybody was watching, like, especially since the CTO's Brazilian. So we're like, all right, is this good? How grumpy is he going to be today? And we watched the game. It's like, grumpy. But yeah, then England, Mexico in the afternoon, everybody's just watching it. Brutal. Such an amazing game. Like, just everything you needed in that game. It was just,
pretty much, yeah.
It was like how it was. It was like, this was a football game. Like, it was so amazing. You watched it, it's like, yeah, this is why you fall in love with this right here.
Yeah. And, like, it was like punch, counter punch, like, so much nervy moments. It didn't go to penalties, which is what I also liked. Like, I think, despite people, I think there was some people saying the game was controversial, but I thought the reffing was pretty good in that game. The referee's calls, that's Jed Spence's send-off was a send-off, 100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Both penalties that were conceded were penalties.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, unlike the game today where France, like, Mbappe, like, after the first VAR replay, I was just like, okay, penalty. That's what's happening. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that was an obvious, like, he didn't touch the ball at all, like, or even if he did grab the ball, he hit the leg first.
Yeah. No, I don't think he touched the ball at all this morning.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty straightforward.
And, like, how many times do you need to look at that?
Yeah.
And it looked at one point, they were like, yeah, it's going to be a penalty, and the ref called him back a couple of times. And that clearly messed with Mbappe's rhythm.
Yeah.
He still did, like, he didn't do a stupid stutter step. I'll say this for the stutter step. The only player I've seen do it consistently well and score from it is Neymar. If you're not named Neymar Jr., don't do the stutter step anymore. No. Only Neymar can do that.
Yeah. Well, I watch it and I'm just like, if you're a goalkeeper and you know they're doing a stutter step, you yourself don't move, you wait. Because Neymar's the only one that seems to be able to do it well and then still get plenty of power out of the shot, right? Everybody else is still things. You're going to have time to save the dive and save it if you just wait. Wait and go.
And I feel like everyone is doing an illegal stutter step because you're not supposed to slow down. Once you've made it your speed, you can only go faster. You can't slow down again or stop.
You definitely can't stop. And a lot of them they get just very slow. This thing.
And you are not allowed to slow down again. You can either maintain your speed or go faster, but you're not allowed to slow down or stop. And so the only one who does it legally as well is Neymar, because Neymar starts with small steps, fast, you know? When is he going to go fast? You can't tell. Then you're like thinking about that, and then you're not thinking about where he's going to shoot it, and he scores penalties. And that's why he's the best at that stutter step penalty.
And then when he hits it with a reasonable amount of power, so that keepers can't actually wait. Like, they've got to make their choice and go, and then he can just... Am I? Not yet? You've chosen? Okay, I get it.
Yeah. He gives himself enough time during the stutter to read where the goalkeeper's favoring. And then also figure out, but also get enough time for him to get a good step in and hit with power. Most of these stutter step guys, you can clearly see them looking at the ball, not looking at the goalkeeper. So it defeats the purpose of the stutter step. What are you doing?
Exactly. Actually, I thought a good example of that whole thing, I think it was the England-Mexico. Harry Kane had 2 penalties, right? And he missed the first one, and he did a little stutter in it. He did a stutter step. He did a little stutter.
That was Croatia,
Oh, yes, Croatia. He did a little stutter and missed. And then later on, we just ran in and belted it into the corner. And it was like, just do that every time. Like, why did you try with the stutter step? Just hit it as hard as you can into the very corner, which you can do. Just practice that. Doesn't matter if they know which way you're going. Hit it hard enough, they can't stop it.
At least if you try to hit it top bins, it hits the bar. People go, okay, he was going for top bins. You know? It's not dumb like if you miss a Panenka, you look like an idiot, and you look like an idiot if you miss a stutter step.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the refs should absolutely call out the stutter steps that are like illegal.
Needs a little bit more policing, right, to make sure that people are actually doing a penalty correctly.
Because if the goalkeeper is not allowed in front of the line, which I agree, he's not allowed to step in front of the line. He's allowed to jump side to side or anything. He can only stay in one place and behind the line until the kick's taken. I'm sorry, your stutter step thing has to be on point. Like, you can't slow down. You can't stop in the middle. The referee should just blow the whistle as soon as they stop or slow down. Like, illegal penalty, fuck off. You know, like, you've lost.
Exactly.
Because, like, otherwise it's not fair. Like, to be fair, the goalkeepers have been saving them because people are doing them badly. So maybe they'll be like, no, let them keep doing this stupid bad stutter step penalties.
The ones that can't do it properly, they can keep doing it because it's fine. We saved them.
Everyone but Neymar. But Neymar does it legally, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So that was the game for France, and like with that England game, like, which was it. That was good, and I think the Mexico players were also pretty much like, yeah, okay, we got beaten by a good team. We played well. They played well, you know. And apparently, England fans in Mexico were like, oh, Mexico fans were like cheering and celebrating with them. Like,
all right.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Yeah.
They didn't have to do, like, there was a lot of things in the American press telling English fans, oh, be worried, be scared about what's going to happen and all that. But it was nothing. Like, they were all like, no, it was good. It was vibes. People were, like, obviously people were sad, but they were also like, no, we don't begrudge you guys celebrating. Like, you should.
Yeah. You played a good game and you won. Like, celebrate.
And as I said, people also joined them in celebrating with them. So it was like, hey, it was a really good vibe. We then followed on from the other. I'm not gonna go over Morocco, Canada, and France, Paraguay because we talked about them earlier today with the quarterfinal. Obviously, those games, like Morocco, obviously very impressive against Canada. They would have been confident when they were facing France, but France just kind of. In a way, France, it was bad luck for Morocco that they were so comprehensive. France wasn't going to take them lightly, and France had a tough game against Paraguay.
Yeah.
Like, Paraguay did the right thing, I think, playing defensively. Like, nothing dirty. It wasn't dark arts. gamesmanship. It was just hard and like
It was very hard, but yeah.
Like at one point they were like the French players were literally laughing and the Paraguayan players were like, please don't laugh, like I'm trying to sell this. Like,
Yeah.
they're also laughing, they're like, look, we can't beat you,
Yeah. No, there was a good bit. Yeah, I think near the end when like Mbappe's just cracking up laughing the whole time. Like he's just like, this is just funny.
And like I think I agree with him because he was just like, look, you're not good at this,
Yeah.
Selling.
I think also it was a bit of gamesmanship on his part. Like if the Paraguayans were getting very, trying to be very serious about it, like we're being serious. Like, oh look, oh no, and he's just like, the only thing I can do with this is just smile at you because it's silly.
I'm not gonna get carded for smiling, right?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
The ref can't say I'm being into like if I burst out laughing, the ref might be like, you're inciting.
Yeah.
Nothing, but he's just like smiling, and they're like, okay, yeah. The ref's like, he's entitled to be bemused.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
You can't take offense at that.
No.
Well, you can take offense at that. It's not an offense.
Yeah. I'm not going to book him. I'm not going to give you a free kick just because Mbappe's smiling. Like, well.
Yeah. And it's also not even like a snarky smile. It was kind of just like, okay, yeah, all right, guys.
Yeah. It was like, okay, I know what you're doing. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like, and France basically today against Morocco. Morocco didn't do any of that. Like they defended pretty well at the beginning, first half, but France was just patient, slowly played them out, and Morocco was like, this was just an inevitable result.
Yeah. I mean, I think Morocco, they set up a little bit defensive this time, right? They were trying to play.
Last time too.
Yeah.
Last World Cup.
Yeah. I mean, it's what they do in these sort of situations, but yeah, it was just, you could see what they wanted to do, but France were too good, basically. Didn't allow them to play that game. They were too good, could break them down, could score the goals. And Morocco never really looked threatening on the counter or on attack in any way. So France could afford to be patient.
Absolutely. And look at the other semi-final after the England-Mexico game. We had the Iberian Derby, Portugal versus Spain. This game in 2018 was a group game, 3-3, one of the great matches with Cristiano Ronaldo scoring a free kick in the last kick of the game, getting his World Cup hat-trick.
Yeah.
This game was not like that, unfortunately for our CR7. He has said this is his last World Cup, so I think this time we can believe him.
Yeah, I think so.
And he's just not the same player he was, right? And it would have been one thing if he was willing to come off the bench like Neymar.
Exactly.
To just come on and get a pass, go against tired legs, jump in and go for crosses from Bruno in deep. That would have been one thing, but they're not doing that. And the whole team, he's said a bunch of things after the game, like, Portugal hadn't won anything before me. I've got my head held up high, and they've won 3 major trophies thanks to me. I'm like, okay, you're counting the Nations Leagues, okay, but the Euros, no argument, right? That's a major trophy.
That's definitely
nobody. And he's just counting those 3 for the senior team, I guess, because Messi now has 3 with the World Cup and 2 Copas.
Yeah.
But it's it's just a very sad way to see his career end. He's a World Cup underachiever. Like, we could all say that. He's now only just got the 1 World Cup goal, and it was a penalty in the last game against Croatia. And this Portugal team was really good as well. Like, they were more than capable of going for a deep run, right? And and they had players in form and players who were playing pretty good. And like this is the thing, right? When you have a striker like Ronaldo who's not willing to kind of give any inch, and other forwards are now like not empowered to run around, it nerfs for Bruno, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like Bruno can tailor his pass to everyone, but not to a player who can't run. Like not to a player who's not going to make the run expecting that pass.
Yeah, exactly. He needs the people willing to make the runs and be there and make the run and not necessarily get the ball, because something else is better on because there's multiple people making the run, so we can choose the right pass, right?
Yeah.
There's only one option, then it's never going to be the right pass because the defense knows what's happening, especially when that one option's not going to make the run in behind. And
because Bruno Fernandes is the closest thing we have in top level football to a quarterback, right? Like he is just such a good passer of the ball and gets such good vision. Like, if Portugal just built the team around him, the offensive part, instead of Cristiano Ronaldo, this is a different result.
Yeah, no, exactly. And it's like that's not a hard choice to make, other than Cristiano being Cristiano. Like you just spent a year with Bruno magicking up amazing assists from all over the park. Like you just saw it, and like, all right, so we let him do his thing. There'll be so many chances. All right, let's do that.
And he never gets injured, he never gets tired. Yeah. So you can easily just bring Cristiano on in the last few minutes against the tired legs, and every game let him.
Like Neymar came on like the 63rd minute, 64th minute, something like that.
Yeah,
like, just same thing. Come on, have half an hour running at tired legs, exactly. Like,
or Lukaku even.
Yeah. So I think with Lukaku, that's more of an injury, like returning from injury thing more than anything else. But still, Lukaku's doing the same thing. Coming on, give himself 30 minutes, and then you say exactly that. Then he's running at I had defenders who have spent their whole day chasing after someone else, and then they have Lukaku coming on, or then they have Neymar coming on. Like, just imagine that. You're chasing around everybody they've been threatening, and then suddenly you've got, an S-tier striker comes in, and you're like, I'm fucked. I have to deal with this now? What?
Yeah. It's like, because you can't really double Bruno because there's so many other good midfielders in that Portuguese team.
Yeah.
And Bruno's happy to just drag two players on him and lead them away from the attack if that's what's happening to him. So it's it's what was effective for Manchester United. It could have been effective for Portugal.
Yeah.
A very disappointing all round, but Spain proved they're good. They just patient.
Yeah. I mean, that we talk about the England-Mexico game being exciting and amazing and everything. The Spain-Portugal game was not that amazing. It wasn't that exciting. I mean, It was amazing in its own way, right? Because it was very much just Spain being like, we'll just have the ball. We'll be patient the whole time. We'll give you no chances. And we'll just keep the ball. And we'll do what we need to do. And there we got to go. Okay.
Yeah. Like, Spain just plays Thanos ball, right? They're inevitable.
Yeah. That actually makes assuming they beat Belgium tomorrow, which probably should happen, but might not. It's going to be interesting.
Belgium. Let's talk about Belgium. Okay. I feel like there's a firecracker now in this team.
Yeah.
They've been very un-Belgium like. They were sleepwalking through the tournament. Like they beat New Zealand 5-1, and I'm like, they're still in fourth gear.
Yeah.
Like obviously, after their first 2 or 3 goals, I was like, yeah, okay, we're not gonna win, and I was just like, oh yeah, Kevin De Bruyne scored, good shit. Like I'm happy for Kevin. I'm like, oh, Lukaku scored, good shit. Happy for Romelu. Those are.
Yeah.
We can celebrate the legends of the games at the game at that point, right? And it's probably their last World Cup for both of those two, right? As well. Then we get the game against the USA. Literally every I think even half of the Americans are on the Belgian side.
Yeah.
Because it's one of the most disgraceful incidents ever.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say there has been some precedent of a head of state overturning a red card suspension before. Like that, and also for this World Cup, there's been some previous because Cristiano Ronaldo suspensions for the red. He was supposed to miss 3 games in this World Cup. Had he because of the red cards he'd accumulated during qualifying, which were suspended by FIFA.
Yeah.
So there's already a bit of that. As I said, there was also a red card. He sent off and he misses the next game. Look, Balogun, I understand why. Look, it's a soft red card, right? It's a red. It's still a red, but it's a soft red.
Yeah.
And obviously, if he's been given a chance to play, he should play. Like, no arguments about that. But the whole, there's already like memes about him, unfortunately, after the game, like, oh, good on him for serving his suspension in the game while playing for the US 11.
Yeah.
Because Belgium just did not let the US do anything in this game. Like, after Tillman scored, basically Belgium went, okay, let's go.
Exactly.
And they were pissed. You could tell. They were here to beat people up and take names.
Yeah, exactly.
The team is scary looking again. Like Kevin De Bruyne looks like he's found a lease of life. Lukaku looks like a veteran. Like comes off the bench, incredible. And he has rescued Belgium so many times in this tournament already.
Yeah. I was thinking like this tournament, Belgium is looking very un-Belgium-like. The last time, especially 2022, they should have been better and they really underperformed. This time they're back to where they always should be. Say they are scary and they could be the team causing the upset. Go through.
Because I think Belgium as a defensive team are actually able to control the game without the ball.
Yeah.
The players are clever enough to do that and bring on lethal... like Dorgu is a threat, right? In a way that Portugal nullified their own threat, i.e. Bruno Fernandes, by playing Ronaldo. Belgium, they bring on Lukaku with Dorgu. It's like, oh my god. How are we going to deal with this?
Exactly. Just they come on and it's like Doku was starting earlier in this thing, bullying them, and then Lukaku coming on and continuing the bullying. Like I also think Belgium's like been very smart. Their squad, everything.
Yeah.
Like they're really thinking about how do they get a full performance over the whole 90 and what's going to really break everything down. Hey, bring Doku and Lukaku on 30 minutes ago or 25 minutes to go and being like, go waste everybody. Like, you are going to be the precious legs out there. Just go on and like be amazing. Just you've got everything you can possibly have.
Yeah, and obviously Trossard as well has had like a very good tournament.
Yeah.
Making sure he and obviously Thibaut Courtois, as much as you might hate to say it, has been in really good form.
He has.
So I would not count out Belgium. I think the one area, like this is it's not quite a like for like, but it's a styles make fights, right? Like Spain, you've got Raya, the best keeper maybe in the world right now, but Spain don't even play him.
Yeah.
Because they're going with Simon, and I'm just like, could they regret that in the tournament? Because how can you not play Raya?
Yeah, exactly. And so far, like, Simon hasn't really been tested either, so it could be interesting.
Yeah. Spain, though, do have game breakers. Obviously, Lamine Yamal, Nico Williams. We'll see that team definitely bring it on as the tournament comes on. Like their attack didn't play that well. Those Flair players didn't have a good game, but I'm sure their coach will reassess and rejudge this team.
It'd be interesting, because it really looked like they weren't trying to be Flair either, right? Versus Portugal, they were being very cautious, extremely cautious. I don't think Spain did any great runs forward. He got the ball, he would look and pass it off.
Yeah.
Like, it was very, very static for a lot of that game.
Yeah, I also think to be fair to Lamine Yamal, he did make the runs and got into the position, and there's just nobody in the middle to get his pass. And he's like set up, drawn so many defenders and created space. It's just like, why is there no one up there? You know, like...
Yeah. He has nothing to do and just passes it back. So that's the pass that is there. Yeah.
Like, both him and Nico Williams, I feel like they were badly used in that game. But yeah, they won the fight. And Belgium, once again, they look pumped. And, just as we thought, okay, controversies are now over. We'll never have another controversy at the World Cup again. We had the Egypt-Argentina game.
No, what you're talking about. There was no controversy there at all. It's all fine.
I will say, I think there's a bit of an overreaction from Egypt about them being robbed, because that goal was when it was 0-0. And they went and scored 2 more goals. So, they had this game.
Yeah, they were 2-0 up. No, the goal that got overturned was their second goal. Would have been their second. They scored.
It would have been their second goal, right?
Yeah,
right.
They scored early on, and then they were 1-0 up, and I think it was about the 5th minute. Like, I've seen a lot of really bad takes about that one, because there is a clear foul that the ref missed, and then the Egyptian player gets the ball, runs to halfway, passes it, and Zico scores. Like, it's directly moves away, and it's like 20 seconds of play. Like, it's one play. There's nothing in here that means the VAR can't check it, and it's very clear that there was a foul that caused the turnover. And without the foul, there was no turnover. So, and that's... People are then assuming that if they got that goal, then the third goal would happen as well, which maybe, but it was basically the same goal. So.
Because the Athletics, Graham Scott disagrees with you. Because VAR is supposed to only intervene in a clear and obvious error. And Graham Scott said, like, that was a 50-50 foul. Because refs do let that sort of foul go.
Yeah.
And
that's not how VAR has been used in this World Cup, though. That's perhaps a different discussion, but yeah.
Refs have been told, and Graham Pierluigi Collina has also said that they've been told to let the game flow, and not call everything.
Yeah. So, and that's clear as well.
So, and he said, and his whole thing was that it was 100 meters away. That's an overreach of VAR, because at that point, you either stop it there. If the ref hasn't called it, you either tell him right away that this should be looked at with VAR.
Yeah, but you got to let the play go, right? Because if they decide that it's not because the ref gets the final decision either way, right? So either it is or it isn't. You've got to let.
Did the ref look at that, or did VAR overturn his decision?
No, he went and looked at it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he went and looked at it. Because, and I say, they got to let the play complete, right? Because if he stops it, if he gets to halfway and he stops it there, like, and they go and the ref goes, no, it's fine. It's exactly what I saw. It was 100% that. They were like, okay, now it's happened. We think you should go look at this, because we think that you've missed a clear foul that led to a goal scoring opportunity. Go have a look. The ref gets to go have a look, and he went and looked, and he was like, nope. Decision, no goal, free kick. So, like, obviously, once he looked at it, it was like, okay, that was more there. The bit that perhaps, though it wasn't a penalty or a free kick, that, but perhaps they should have let it. Yeah, what I don't like that they only send them to look when they're like, okay, we think there's a foul here and you should go look. I feel like it should be more. This is a bit. We feel this is close enough that you should look at it. Was the one that led to the Argentina's third goal, Enzo's goal, where Salah got tripped right on the edge of the Egyptian box. He got tripped, but it also wasn't a foul because the ball had been free, the ball taken off him, and then he'd run into the Argentinian defender, right? There's maybe a little bit of hint. I don't know how much the rules allow this. Was, the defender left his foot where it was and allowed him to grip properly. I don't think it changes the course of anything because he'd already been tackled. The ball had already moved
along.
Goal,
and that could still be considered a foul. Like he could still be given a yellow or a red. Yeah. And that could still, and a goal could still stand because it's an off-the-ball foul, right?
Yeah,
I didn't think that was a thing that should overturn the goal.
No, that one is like watch it. Well, he got he got the ball first. Like the ball was slightly loose. He got the ball was off, and Salah was clearly falling at that point. As soon as he lost the ball, he was like, "Oh, I'm going down." Then it was just that the Argentine defender just left his foot there and like, "Cool, you can land on my foot then." Like, you can go through my foot. Like, that was the only bit that I looked at and was like, there's no reason why the foot stayed where it was. And, I don't think it turns it into anything. Like you say, maybe it's just a yellow card for but even then, it's like, I don't think it's that.
I think a very harsh card, if it is a card.
Exactly. But it's just like, to me, it was just like, why are you leaving your foot there? Just take your foot away. There's no need. You've got the ball. The ball's already gone. Just move on.
Yeah. It is a very split-second thing, right?
Yeah.
And like,
oh no, it's literally less than a second. You're right.
Strikers like Salah have made a career out of making sure they make contact with a foot that happens to be standing there.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can't really be like, there's no, we can't really be surprised. The defender doesn't necessarily have enough time to react in that situation. And I think, like I said, I don't necessarily think it's a foul, but if you give it a foul, it would be a harsh. But what are you doing? Like, the ball was legally transferred away, and there's no like malice. If it was a foul, off the ball foul where he's like stamped Salah on the foot, okay, fair enough. Like, you're being called back for something ridiculous, but that's not what happened here. He's like stood his ground, sort of like, okay, maybe he put his foot there, okay, but once again, like, we're playing football. Like, what's happening here?
Exactly. The bit I liked, which goes the other way, where people all talk about the bias of the refs for allowing Messi to win or something. Deco scored, quote unquote, 2 goals and took his shirt off both times. No card at all. Like, I thought that was actually good refereeing by the ref. Whilst there's, clear, for years and years, anything taken off is like, in this case, like, there's a lot of emotion.
And Richarlison's like, where have these refs been all my life?
Yeah, exactly. But like, he did it twice. Both the goal that got called back, and then, like, 5 minutes later when he repeats it and actually gets on, everything's fine, and he scores it, the shirt's off again. And it's like, the whole point of the shirt one, right, is wasting time. Like, the shirt's left in the middle of the pitch, and he's running off to the side. Like, it's not even though he's taking it with him, it's going to take extra minutes to go put it on, which is what the whole yellow card for taking your shirt off is about. About not having a wastage of time of, alright, now you got to go put your shirt back on, and we've got to wait while you do that. So, yes. I always find that a bit funny. And all the threads and all the discussion about it. Like, casually just ignored. Like, okay. And, like, we'll just ignore the fact that Egypt, capitulated in the last 10 minutes of the game. Like, they were still, doesn't matter if you go all that penalty, they still would never go after the one that got disallowed. They were still 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go.
yeah, that overturned penalty. Like I'm not. Like I said, I wasn't convinced that was an issue in the final result. As you said, it was the whole. And Argentina made the right play. Like they basically realized Egypt's weak on the left. They moved Messi to the right, and he just kept pinging crosses in
Yeah, exactly.
from their pinpoint. And like, okay, this is what you should have done all the while.
Well, it's the thing. It's like even if you gave Egypt the other goal, I feel like Argentina would score a fourth before the end of the game. Like they were just that on top. Once they got ahead, they just pulled the game out. They're like, okay, we're winning. We're not going to let you back into this game now. Now that we've managed to get ourselves out of out of this mess, we're not putting ourselves back in a mess.
Exactly. Whatever you might say about it, like, yeah, I don't think you can blame the Argentinians. There's no thing of like I said, as I was saying, there is some precedent about head of states getting red card suspensions overturned. In the 1962 World Cup, Brazil played against Chile in the semifinals, and Garrincha, the joy of the people, got a red card. Yeah. His only red card, by the way, and apparently it was a ridiculous call because Garrincha's never been carded in his life.
All right.
And before that tournament, and literally everybody says it's impossible to get him to foul anyone. He is just too nice, you know, like that's the sort of player he was. Like there's whole things about how his team Vasco da Gama went on a tour of Argentina, and those games were like really badly natured and like loads of cards given on each side, and every time there'd be a brawl and Garrincha would be in the corner just like, okay, I guess this is happening now. I don't know and like, yeah, like because they did like IQ tests, and apparently he is just borderline Garrincha of like, okay, you're not medically like, you know, with an intellectual disability, like, you know, you're just on the borderline, you know, just the lowest amount of intelligence you can have before we can call you medically, you know, mentally incompetent. And then, but he's also had like zero aggression.
All right.
So he got a red card, by all accounts, like a ridiculous one. But Brazil beat Chile, and the president of Chile asked FIFA to overturn his suspension.
All right. Wow.
So I think that's okay, because it's like, okay, the opposition's president is like, okay, like we should overturn this
like
red
this
card.
Is silly.
This was silly, and also probably because, you know, it was being held in Chile. He probably wanted the best player in the tournament to play.
Yeah.
In the final, like obviously that's why he did it, but you know, it's also like, come on, man. He's like, it's Garrincha. What do you mean you gave him a red card?
Like, come on.
You could see games from that 62 World Cup in full on YouTube. I recommend everyone to watch Garrincha's quarterfinal game against England. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's basically like a magician with the ball. Just every other second is just like, oh, Garrincha's doing something. You know, oh, that, you know, pass to Garrincha, and he's found this guy. You know, there's something just happens, like because Garrincha gets the ball. You know, rightfully, retrospectively given the golden ball of that tournament, best player.
Yeah.
One of the best World Cup performances by any player, actually. And also, shout out to the Upshot. They have done a 3-part series on Garrincha.
Ooh.
And they talk about that 62 World Cup. That is it's one of the craziest things because the 58 World Cup Brazil team doctor was super strict. He's the one who did all those medical tests. And he apparently got rid of something like 5 of Garrincha's teeth because they were so badly damaged.
All right.
Like they did full, like Brazil's like, we're not leaving anything undone this time.
All right.
We're checking your teeth, we're doing IQ tests, we're doing everything.
Everything.
And he did all that, and yeah, they were like super strict in that 58 World Cup, which they won in Sweden. And like in the 62 World Cup, that same doctor was like, okay, we're in Chile. How about I just make a deal with one of the local brothels, and that's your local brothel now for the team. You guys just go to this one. I'm just like, those guys had a 180. Like, what's going on?
It is a bit of a swing, yes.
Recommend those things. Great to look up Garincha highlights. They're all great. And then the final game of the round of 16, we had Switzerland versus Colombia. Switzerland just sneaking their way into the quarterfinals. We're just like, hey, we didn't notice you there. Granit Xhaka showing everybody he's still great.
Yeah.
We all expected them to beat Algeria because Algeria were not that good in the round of 32, so they made it to 16, and it was like people were kind of hoping Colombia would play Argentina in the semis because that would be a great South American derby, but unfortunately that did not happen. It is obviously that Argentina-Switzerland game is the last opportunity for a non-European team to make it to the semis.
Yeah.
Because as of now, Argentina are the only non-European team left in the World Cup. It's one of those things. Like, chatting with my brother earlier today, he reckons the only team that he thinks will beat France, because he thinks while Spain are good, he's just like, no, France are just better. Like, France know how to play against Spain ball.
Yeah, there is that.
France have the Avengers. Spain might be Thanos, but France have the Avengers.
Yeah.
And, you know, as we all watch Endgame, we know how this game ends.
Yeah.
You can claim you didn't watch Endgame. We saw the box office receipts, you know?
Everybody watched it.
Everybody watched Endgame. Because, like, obviously Norway can beat any team.
Yeah.
Just because of Holland.
Yeah.
And England, I gotta say, who do you like for the Spain versus Belgium game?
I think I still go with Spain in that one. Like, we were talking about Belgium before, and they're being very un-Belgium-like, and they're looking very dangerous and got lots of threats. But Spain seem to be able to shut games down so effectively. I still see them doing that in this game. And I know you're talking about, you know, I think France has got what it takes to beat Spain. I think Spain's one of the few teams that's got what it takes to beat France as well. So I think that semi-final will be quite delicious. But yeah, I don't see Belgium winning here. I think Spain shuts them down too.
Do you think Spain might pull an Infinity War, beat France?
It's possible there. It's going to be interesting. The flair and the attacking brilliance of France versus the smothering and the defensive nous of Spain. Not that the two of them don't have the opposites as well. Like, Spain's got some very big attacking threats, and France clearly has got some very good defensive assets as well. But, I think that's going to be the semi-final, and it's going to be interesting.
One team does have Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
Let's just, you can't say they don't have an attacking threat, and the other team is France, you know?
That's what I mean. It's not like, when I say, like, Spain's defensive smothering nature, it's just that's how they're winning at the moment. Then but they win because they can do that with the attacking threats that they have. Well, France are looking much more attacking, which they can do because of the tight defensive units sitting behind them.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things, like, France just for fun can, take Kylian Mbappe off and just replace him with Malo Gusto. Just like, yep, there we go. He's just there. Or Bradley Barcola, like, yep. Oh, by the way, we haven't scored a goal yet in the 70th minute. We'll just put on Ryan Cherky. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, exactly.
I have to deal with this guy?
Exactly.
Or like, oh, we've got a 2-goal lead, and you're like, okay, we're going to try to attack them. Okay, let's just bring on N'Golo Kante.
Yeah. Why not? It's a fun idea.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys think we didn't have him? Like, we've tired Rabiot out. The defense structures. Oh, Kante's in. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
And like, this is the thing. Like, that's why obviously everybody will still think France is the strongest and scariest looking team. I think.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. I think I do agree with you. Spain, I think, will win that game against Belgium. I do think this game might be a high-scoring game, especially if Belgium do something funky, like maybe they start with Lukaku.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah. They have done that in some of the group games. So.
Yeah. And we'll get to see. Not that I think, like, obviously, obviously Trossard has been really good, as has Catalere. So this Belgian team has other threats, but it's just one of those things of like, oh, we're gonna put Patrick Doku, Lukaku, and I just said his name, and Trossard, and be like, okay, go deal with this now. To Spain, and all those guys press, right? So that's just that's their thing, and so we'll see. I think it'll actually be a pretty fun, entertaining game, and like both sides are tactically pretty aware. So
yeah.
I do agree with you. I think Spain, but they might actually concede a goal. It might go to penalties.
It might go to penalties. I think you're right. I think Belgium still score on this, but I think Spain edge it.
If Spain lose it, I will tell you, it'll be because they didn't play David Raya.
Yeah, 100%.
Next up, Norway versus England. Who do we like?
This is really going to be the game of, who can put the most of their team on their back. Harry Kane versus Haaland. Like, who drags their team over the line the best with the supporting staff around them. Like, I feel like England wins this one though, because it's probably the worst matchup for Haaland, as he goes into a game with basically a defensive structure that's spent years dealing with him.
And failing to deal with him?
And failing to deal with them, but at least they know, like, they have...
Martinelli knew about Haaland in theory.
In theory, but now they've got like a whole backline that knows about him in theory. So, like, I feel like
know what
that's,
you're saying.
like, it's a little difference between 1 or 2 when you've got like your entire defensive structure. That guy, we know about this guy. We know what he does. We know what he can do. And they've spent years not being perfect at containing him, but having worked in systems that deal with him and have dealt with him through games. The one-off game, so therefore, they've got to make it work like they may have made it work in a game before, as opposed to the EPL where they've got to make it work game after game after game. Like, this is one game they've got to make it work. That said, Haaland is Haaland. So
Haaland only needs somebody to lose focus for 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Or 1 second, let's be fair.
Yeah, half a second, really, to be fair. But, then you've got Harry Kane, who seems to be like, hello, high water. I am dragging this England team to the final. And he is carrying this team so much. Just like, whoop, on my back.
He's been playing really well. I agree. I don't think he's been carrying the team, because I think the attack all around him have been picked up their game, like Rashford, obviously Bellingham.
Bellingham's playing really well. Saka's playing reasonably well. Gordon. So yeah, they're all playing good.
It's been Rashford's tournament, right? But whoever starts, if Rashford starts, but they're all doing their runs and doing everything that they need to do to get, and Anthony Gordon as well. They've all been playing really well, and like I said, I think Harry Kane, like Thomas Tuchel, has invented a new position, the false six.
Yeah,
that's what Harry Kane is playing. He's just gone in, and like, you just look at his heat map. He's basically playing in defensive mid. He does so much work. Like obviously, Kane Magic is Kane Magic, and you know that he's going to get so many touches on the ball and do so much in the game. But
for me, that was the DR Congo game, right? That was just Harry Kane being like, nope, I'm not losing this. I am dragging you all, no matter how much you want to choke this. It is not. So that was for me the pinnacle of Harry Kane dragging through. They against Mexico, the whole team stood up, and that was an amazing game. So see where that goes with Norway.
I am going to disagree with you. I think we're gonna have another heartbreak for the Three Lions. Football will not come home, and I think Norway's just gonna steal it, get into the semis, their first semi-final.
Yeah.
I just feel it now. I think it'll be a Norway versus France final.
Ooh. I say I was going for English heartbreak in a semi-final versus Argentina, as it should be.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but my whole thing is like I just feel like this World Cup is writing the new narrative. This is the game is about these two now.
Yes, and I could see that happening too, like 100%. But yeah, I think maybe it's a World Cup too early. Next World Cup for Ireland.
This is why I don't think it's a World Cup too early. This is the least pressure they're going to be under in any World Cup tournament. And they are playing like a team with no pressure. And England are incapable of England. The reason why England are good now is they've just accepted we'll always have pressure. We just have to be like pressure's a privilege. And
England generate their own pressure. They put pressure on themselves. I mean, yes, they have pressure on them from external sources. But I just feel like they then go, how about more pressure? We'll just do that ourselves as well.
Also, you have to remember, because Thomas Tuchel didn't bring in a Trent Alexander-Arnold, they do not have a natural right back now. With Jed Spence getting the red card, which means he is suspended for the next game, and also
well, maybe I guess that's no longer part of the rules. Who knows?
Who knows, indeed. And I believe also there was a yellow card for O'Reilly. So he's also suspended for the next game. So sorry, it wasn't Jed Spence. It was Kwanzaa who was sent off.
Yeah.
So therefore, once again, England's issue every World Cup. What do we talk about? Fullbacks. What are we doing?
Yeah. We have a fullback. Found some fullbacks.
So,
well, they're suspended now. So
so they're suspended now, and they haven't brought a player like a Luke Shaw to cover fullback, and Reece James is injured. Who could have predicted this? Everyone, Thomas. Everyone could have predicted this.
Shock horror. Reece James, the most injury-prone person around, got injured. Oh, would have thought. Ask any Chelsea fan. I mean, really.
It's like they could pull the really interesting, the 4CB, Guardiola style with John Stones, with, John Stones playing in the John Stones role,
Yes.
And I think Mark Gay's also on a might be close to if he gets another yellow, he'll be suspended. So this is why I'm about England as well. That defense is unfortunate, and I think Pickford caught an injury, so I don't know if he's playing.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
And that's a big loss.
That is a big loss. That could actually turn it to be no, I'm sorry. This Haaland will get his chance and he'll score. At least with Pickford in goal, he might have got one chance, but I'd give Pickford at least 50-50 odds on saving it, and that saves England. Because I made a joke about Kane carrying the English team, but I much bigger argument could be for Pickford, because Pickford has made some amazing saves. He's like,
Yeah,
nope,
100%.
nope, I am not letting any more in. You guys need to go
Look,
score something, but this will be low scores at this end. So they have to do something
David
amazing.
Raya is the best goalkeeper in the world, in my opinion.
Yep.
But let's not get this twisted. Jordan Pickford is the best shot stopper in the world.
Yeah, he makes some of those saves he's done are just absolutely amazing. You watch him and you think, how did you save that? I don't understand. Gets a hand to it, strong enough, flicks it over the bar somehow.
This is why I think it'll be Norway to get through. It might even go into extra time, this game. Next game, Argentina versus Switzerland. I'm just going to call it now. This game is going into penalties and Argentina are going to win.
Okay. I agree that I think Argentina's going to win. I don't know if it'll go to penalties. Might go to extra time. But, like, I don't know. Argentina seem to have a good number of gears they can switch on up through to get their attack into gear. As you said, versus Egypt, they eventually worked out where the weaknesses were and then exploited those. While Switzerland won't be quite as fragile, I think Argentina will get there sometime before penalties, but also,
the problem is Switzerland's not really weak anywhere. They're just not particularly their midfield is awesome.
Yeah.
And Granit Xhaka, and like their defense is solid, absolutely.
Yeah.
With like Akanji and Zakaria and Rodriguez in there. But like their midfield, like they're playing a classic 4-3-3, right? Like this is why it's hard to break down, and they're flexible. But also like I don't think the team panics.
Oh, they don't.
Like I would not be shocked if Switzerland won. It would be an upset, don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't be shocked. But I'm also like I'm not expecting it. I think it actually, like I said, I think this game could just go to penalties. I think it could just be like 1-1. Obviously, Messi will score an equalizer after Switzerland get an early lead because Argentina are conceding early. That's just their pattern.
No, that was the Egypt game. I think was the first time they'd scored early. That's what's the pretty sure that's.
And did they concede early against Cabo Verde as well?
No, that was the second half.
Right.
59th and 103rd. So they've been conceding later, but they haven't been. I think up to the Egyptian goal, if I remember the stat correctly, Argentina in this World Cup hadn't had a goal scored against them in the first half. So I think the 56th minute Cabo Verde goal might have been the earliest they've been scored against. 9th minute might have been the earliest they've been scored against up till the Egyptian.
Yeah, I think though Argentina conceded in almost every game this tournament, so they don't have a perfectly solid. No, they did 3-0 against Algeria,
and 2-0 against Austria. So in the group stage, they only had the one goal scored against them.
Right, which was Jordan. 3-1. Yeah.
That was 55th minute. The earliest then. So yeah, so the first two games they didn't have anything scored against them. Jordan got one. It wasn't until they got to the knockouts before things started getting a little bit tighter for them.
Yeah, I mean, Cabo Verde showed the weaknesses, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
Well, both Cabo Verde and
Egypt
have shown how to defeat Argentina, really, which was, and they said it in the commentary of the Egyptian game, go play without fear. Like, we can do this. Have self-belief, just throw everything at them, and that is enough to be competitive against Argentina and to look at it. You've just got to be a hold on, basically. Like, go out there and you've got to be positive, you've got to have belief, and you've got to take it to them and be brave, and then you just got to be like, we get the goals and we will keep pushing forward and we'll keep hold of it. But that last bit, that's the hard bit. Both Egypt and Cabo Verde showed that can get there, but it's hard to hold on to it.
Absolutely. And well, we'll see that how that one works out. But I think we, as good a team as Switzerland is, I do think Switzerland are a better team than Egypt or Cabo Verde. Argentina have had those scares, right? I don't think, like, once you've had the back-to-back scares, you're gonna probably like, but then Argentina do play nervous, even in the last World Cup.
Yeah.
They played nervous, and Switzerland do have some big guys to throw at them, which almost worked for the Netherlands in 2022.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And you're right, yeah, Argentina do play nervous. Like, they're another team that keep pressure on themselves. They have weight of expectation and everything. See how it goes. But I expect Argentina to get through that in probably an extra time, but I don't think it'll go to penalty.
It's interesting because, like, when I was talking to my mom about it, I'm like, oh, it'll be sad if Argentina lose to Switzerland. It'll be the last of Messi. She's like, no, Messi will come back in 4 years. What are you talking about?
To be fair, it is a home World Cup then, so who knows?
Yeah, and I'm just like, what do you mean? He'll be 42. She's like, yeah, he doesn't run. I watch the games, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, actually.
Actually, you're talking about, 2022 was walking Messi.
Yeah.
This World Cup is pretty much standing Messi. Like, he really doesn't move. Until
he at least walked.
He takes a couple
I'm just sitting there going, like, you play football like how I play football, and, like, against really good international world-class players, and make them look stupid.
Yep. And you watch him, like, at least in the last World Cup, like, he was walking Messi, but he was walking a reasonable distance. He literally stays in the middle of the pitch and walks like 3 steps one way, 3 steps another way. That's all he's doing the whole time until the ball's actually ready to go, and then he runs. Like, okay, I'm getting the ball and run for it, run.
No, touch, he jogs.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'll put quotation marks around runs. Moves faster than he was.
Because he anticipates where the ball will go, and he makes sure he's not offside.
Yeah.
And then, as soon as he sees where the gap is going to open up, that's when he runs.
Yeah. No, 100%. But no, even this one, that jog to get back on the other side, it's a walk. It is 100% a walk back. And only as needed. Like, the defensive line's got too far up. I have to get back a little bit. Otherwise, he'll stand in place. I think. Wasn't the Egypt game. Maybe it was the Egypt game. Maybe it was the Cabo Verde game. Like, there was definitely, he was just there. Like, a couple of steps, waited, and then he would move back onto onside position. It was like, okay, I need. But he would just wait for the defense to catch back up. Like, his attack to drive forward, and the defense therefore then actually flood back over him. Like, now I'm back on side. I'll continue up now. Like, he wasn't super high. In a circle, but still.
Players just have the innate ability to tell where the offside line is. Like, they can see it in their brain. Like the one that's on television. Like, they can see it in real life. Messi is one of those players.
This is one. Messi, you could watch him play. And you're like, it's a video game to him. He knows where all the players are, what they're doing, what's happening next. He sees the line on the ground where this is the offside. Oh, okay, get this side of it. Okay. Also, he just has that vision, right? Knows where he can watch the play and be like, all right, so it's break here, go there. I'm going to need to be here. All right, I'm here. Play plays how it wants, and then he's right where he needs to be. He's like, I need to be onside for half there. Fine, I can just wait here for it to come to me. Doesn't matter. Or he goes, I'm needed back there. All right. Okay, maybe a little bit of a jog, like back onside now. Pass to the ball.
Exactly. I mean, he's Messi, right?
Yeah.
This is one of those things, because there's been one of these weird narratives by, like, certain American people, right? I want to be very clear. It's only I'm not going to judge people by especially a large country like America, based on random people on the internet, anyone's post. So, as, like I was saying, like, there's like a genre of a certain type of propo people claiming to be Americans who are talking about World Cup athletes, about how, if America actually used all their good athletes to play, they would be amazing. And you're just like, okay, guys, the world's best football player ever probably is like a 5'2" guy who doesn't run anymore. All right?
Exactly.
That's just how this sport is. And side note, Warriors just scored again. And the whole thing about the game, like, one of the reasons why, like, I've consistently gone, there are problems with the academy system, but it's way better than doing the way the draft and everything's set up in the US, is because if Lionel Messi if Argentina used a draft the way the NFL or the NBA does for their football, nobody would have heard of Messi. Yeah, like, he's just a 10-year-old who was not growing, had to get Messi is his current height on human growth hormones, people.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and he had a really awful illness, like, related to his. That's why he had to take human growth hormones, not because he just needed to be taller. And he, which was paid for by Barcelona. It would have cost Barcelona something like 20-30K to get that done for him. Yeah. But they're just like, La Masia, we spend $7 million, even if Lionel Messi didn't become the GOAT. Obviously, that is like one of the best bets they've made in their life.
Yeah, exactly.
But even if he's never played a minute for Barcelona, even if he becomes a player they sell for $100,000 to a Liga 2 club in Spain, that's their money.
Yeah, exactly.
And, like, I'm sure they wouldn't have put in that much effort if they didn't think he could at least be that good, right? Yeah. Like,
no, they had seen something, right? They knew, like, this kid's good. There's bits, he needs some medication, he needs this operation and this to make him think. He has the skill. They saw him, like, I think he was playing. He was playing like.
He was playing for Newell's.
Yeah,
he was playing for Newell's youth team.
Yeah.
Newell's old boys. But yeah, the thing is that, like, if he's in a country with a draft where you're reliant on, like, no university signing him and paying for his.
No clubs picking him up on a draft, right?
Like, he's not going to get that from high school. Like, this is why I said maybe we can, we could maybe put the Australian AFL draft to a side, because Australia obviously has, like, universal healthcare, for one, and, like, but the thing is, like, if he had to do something like that, and they would in Australia, they'd probably be like, okay, but he gets another career. Like, he would be medically taken care of, but we don't need to do the things to make you a good athlete anymore. You've had to do this illness. Like, okay, maybe a sports career is probably not for you. And he's probably going to be like, yeah, I live in Australia. There's many economic opportunities for me in my. I don't need to worry too much about. Like, football is not like a way for me to get out of poverty. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
So it'd be a different thing altogether, and, like, this is the thing, and why he's like you said, anyone who ever wants to say that draft is better than academies, I'm just like, look at Lionel Messi. That's all you need to say. If you think Lionel Messi is a good football player, that's all I'm saying. If you think he's a good football player, then you cannot say that draft is better than academies.
Exactly.
And we'll probably see him make another semi-final. And my mom's right? Like, he'll probably be there in 4 years' time. And we look forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, is it home? I mean, it would be home for.
He get 1,000 goals.
Yeah, exactly.
All hail.
All hail. All hail.
Okay. But yeah, I think on that note, we can call it today. That's all we have time for. Clearly, I'm a bit distracted by a rugby league game as well at this point.
Going good.
It's going good. And look, we'll hope you've all enjoyed it, and look forward to hearing from you next time.
Catch you next time.
Well, that is the end. Thanks for listening all the way through.
If you liked what you heard, we have even more. NineSixFourTwo Discord and a Buy Me a Coffee.
Pretty sure it's Buy Me a Beer.
Oh yeah, buy me a beer on buymeacoffee.com.
In both these places, you can talk to us, and we may even listen, especially if you do buy a said beer or coffee. I might still be confused.
Yes, we're easily bribed. All links are in the show notes below.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
This is on YouTube.